Hey everybody, my name is Bree, and today I will be starting to document my journey with contrave. So what made me want to do this was I wanted to do this a while back, but and my journey to this point was a little bit rocky with contrave, and I'll explain that in a bit. So I wanted to start today because I wanted to wait to get approved for another 3 months of contrave because I didn't know if I would get approved or not. And like I said, I'll explain that later. But I went to my doctor and I asked about maybe some assistance with weight loss meds. And I don't qualify for Ozempic because I don't have any high blood pressure or diabetes or any heart issues. So because of that, I don't qualify for Ozempic. So she gave me the choice to do, really, she told me about fertamine, and she was like, well, do some research, but I really want you to try fertamine. So I told a friend of mine about fertamine, and I didn't really like what I saw. It was a lot of it's a stimulant from my research. What I remember was, and mind you, I think this was in November of last year, but from my research, fertamine is a stimulant, and I think it makes your heart beat a little bit faster. And it's kind of like having a whole bunch of caffeine. So like people have, a hard time going to sleep. People feel jittery, like their heart starts to beat or flutter. And I already struggle with caffeine, which is a whole nother story. So I already knew like anything that would basically be like a whole bunch of caffeine would not be good for me. So that's why I decided to do the contrave. So, which for the most part, I did, when I did my research, I saw a lot of side effects of headaches and nausea. Those were like the two major things. So I started the meds, and the first week was the half dosage. And I started December of 2024, like a week or so before Christmas. And today is April 18th, 2025. So I started in December of 2024, like mid-December, we'll say. And the first week I did a half dosage. And the first week was fine. Then after that, it went to the full dosage. And so I did the full dosage, and that was a beast. Like, it was a beast. I'm not even gonna lie. I am a natural hair girly. So sometimes I wear wigs. Sometimes I wear like scarves with like a little knot on the back or a knot on the top. And and I was having major headaches. And I remember at first I was like, well, I think it's the wigs. So I stopped wearing the wigs. And I'm like, well, I think it's the scarves. So I stopped wearing the scarves. And then eventually I was like, oh, this is from the contrave. My head was hurting so bad. Like, it was crazy. And then on top of that, I was experiencing a lot of nausea. I was getting sick. So like I would just feel dizzy all the time. And to the point to where it was really weird because the contrave made me feel too nauseous to eat because when you feel like nauseous, you don't really want to eat anything. So I was too nauseous to eat, but then that made the nausea worse because I wasn't eating. And so I would go I wouldn't say the whole day without eating, but I would go like maybe a couple hours after waking up without eating. I would feel nauseous, and I would tell myself, okay, you have to eat something. And then as soon as I would eat something, I would just throw it up. And I threw up twice at my place of employment. And so it got to the point to where like maybe I probably took contrave the full dosage for about 2 to 3 weeks. Maybe if. Probably 2 weeks at the most. 3 might be a lie. But definitely for about 2 weeks, 1 or 2 weeks. And so I started taking like pain meds for the headaches. And then I was taking the contrave. And then I was also taking some over-the-counter anti-nausea meds. And I went from having no pills to 3 pills or 4 pills. And so I just stopped. Like, especially after the second time I threw up in front of a client, I just stopped. So a coworker of mine was like, hey, Bree, ask your doctor for an anti-nausea med, one that's prescribed. And so I said, you know what, maybe I'll do that. So I did, and he basically told me, he was like, you can't take meds for all of your side effects. He said, just reduce your dosage to half. Like basically what I started off at. Hey, be quiet. Basically to what I started off at before, which was a half a dosage. So I did that for about a week and a half, and something was like, try a full dose again. So I tried a full dose again, and this time there was no headaches, and this time I had some nausea, and I still have a little bit of nausea today, but it was nowhere near what it was before. Like the first time, it felt like, I don't know, like getting off of a roller coaster ride. Like it was weird. Like I was just sick and nauseous and dizzy the whole entire day. Now, like I feel a little bit of nausea, but it's not to the point to where it's unbearable. And a lot of times if I'm like really busy and stuff, it kind of goes away, or I don't think about it to the point to where it doesn't bother me. So I started taking the full dosage probably around mid-January, and I was like, okay, like I can do this. So I took it, and I noticed that it was changing how I ate, as far as like how much I could eat. I'm trying to like think. So how much I could eat. And I noticed that I would get full really quick. And so I had to stop taking the contrave again because I had to get my teeth pulled. And so based on my own research, I'm not a doctor. Based on my own research, it said that you're supposed to, if you have a surgery, you should stop taking contrave 3 days before. And then if your pain meds is an opioid, to not take it because it will conflict with the opioids. So I think I stopped maybe like 4 or 5 days, because I have anxiety, y'all. So 4 or 5 days before, even though a contract said 3, or online said 3, I decided to do like 5 days. And then I had the surgery. So the surgery was day 5. And then I think I took the hydrocodone, which is an opioid. I think I took that for 3 or 4 days. So about like nine days, I didn't take the contrave. So I actually stopped taking the hydrocodone because I was okay, just to get back on the contrave, because I had noticed before my teeth surgery, I had to get them pulled, my wisdom teeth, that it was like changing the way that I ate, like how much I could eat. So I got back on it after 9 or 10 days, and that was, I want to say like the first week of March, maybe like March 3rd, March 4th, somewhere around there. And today is April 18th. So around that time, I started taking it again, and I'm noticing a big difference in how I can eat, and I'm noticing that the food noise is gone. And so really around this time, you see people on YouTube, like their progress slows down, or they're not losing as much, or whatever the case may be. And honestly, my 3 months was supposed to be like March 14th or something like that. But because I wasn't taking it consistent through the whole 3 months, I didn't know if I would get a refill. So today I made an appointment, because I didn't take it properly the whole 3 months. I have like 20 pills left, and like I said, my 3 months was supposed to end like mid-March. So, and it's mid-April, and I still have like 20 days worth of pills left. So that tells you how much I've been thrown off of track, where I have like a month and a half more worth of pills. Not a month and a half. Well, yeah, a month and a half, including starting from mid-March into now, was about a month and a half extra. Because I still have like 20 pills left or something like that. So today I got approved for another 90 days. So I think I have 17 days left of the contract from my first 90 days. And then I got approved for another 90 days. So the 90 days supply that I got today, plus the 17 that I have from the old batch, I have 107 days worth of contrave. So I plan on taking that and really tracking my journey this time, because I will be able to take it every day. And so before the contrave, I would waver back and forth between 245 and 237. So today I was at 238, and so now I'm at like the lowest point that I normally go in between. And so now I'm excited to see how much contrave will, if it does, right, how much it will kind of push me past that plateau, because 237 was my plateau. So I want to start like checking in every week to see how the contrave goes. Like I said, from the people that I've seen on YouTube, they normally stop at this point, or like maybe they might have 290 days and they stop. And so I'm curious to see how it will impact me. Another thing is too, the first time I wasn't eating as properly as I should have. Like I may not eat all day. Like I may have like a snack on some stuff all day, and then I wouldn't have a full meal till nighttime. But that full meal might be like a fast food restaurant, or it would be something that I probably shouldn't have been eating. But now I decided, and about a couple of weeks ago, I decided to start maybe having more salads, having more fruit, um, things of that nature. But I have noticed like the change in my appetite. Like I can't eat a full breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like if I have a full breakfast, I'm not having lunch. So if I had a full breakfast, you can judge me if you want, but I would either have some fruit or I would have a bag of chips. Like literally, like it would be fruit or chips. It wouldn't even be both. And like when I say chips, like the 50-cent bags, like that much. And that would get me through till like it was time for dinner. Um, and if I wanted to have lunch, breakfast would be like either a hash brown or some fruit. And some days I would do a protein shake because I need to start doing more protein. But and so then because I had a light breakfast, I could have a full lunch. But I can't have three full meals. Like I just can't. Um, if I have two meals, one is going to be light, one's going to be a snack, one's going to be just fruit or like something super basic. So I'm curious and I'm hoping that this kind of continues. And so we'll see. So now I told myself I've already been exercising, but I want to incorporate more like whole food. So eating more salads, eating more like a protein, carb, and a veggie. Still trying to have some fun with my food. Like last week I had taco salads, and yeah, I had taco salads for dinner, and for breakfast I had oatmeal, and then for lunch I would have like some fruit or something really light. And then this upcoming week I plan on having like some salad and some fruit to get going between, and then we'll see how it goes. So I will probably track every week to see how it goes. Now, if I wasn't doing the whole like YouTube and tracking my journey for others and for myself, I would probably do every 2 weeks, just to give yourself some time and some space, right? Sometimes if we see the number on the scale and it doesn't drop as far as we want it to, it can discourage us. And so I don't really want to be discouraged, but so we will see what happens. Just taking it one day at a time. And so today's a Friday. So I don't know if I'll do this every Friday or if I will switch to doing it every Sunday. But I wanted to start today because I got another batch of contrave. So now we'll see how far beyond my plateau it will or won't take me. Hopefully it will, fingers crossed. And so I will be exercising a little bit more. I will be not dieting, but I will be eating better foods, including more fruits, more veggies, stuff like that. I want to say, is there anything else that I'm missing? Sorry, that's my dog. One more other thing that I want to mention, the metallic taste in my mouth. There is a major taste in my mouth. Oh, two things. Maybe three. I don't know. So the first thing is the taste in my mouth. That taste makes certain things taste weird to me. So like I used to like diet soda and I would drink poppies and olipop, but not to say that regular soda isn't artificial, right? But you know how like the zeros and the diets, and they're like a little bit off, and not in a bad way, but they're not a full soda. So something in those drinks, even the olipops and the poppies that I normally drink to replace sodas, for some reason, I can't, I don't like, I have like maybe 8 in my refrigerator, and I can't drink them because the taste in my mouth mixed with those is like really bad. I can't even finish it. Um, so that's one thing that I've noticed. Also, too, um, cravings. I don't always have cravings, which makes it hard to go grocery shopping. Because normally you're like, man, I want burgers, I want fries. Like, I don't have a taste for anything like that anymore. Now, sometimes I will, right? Not every day, but there, like, I'll go grocery shopping, and I'm like, what do I even want to eat? I don't even know what I want to eat because I'm not thinking about food that tough anymore. And so, and that leads me to my last point is the food noise. The food noise is gone. Well, yeah, it's gone for the most part, I will say. When I was at work, I would have to eat lunch, snack, or breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, and then dinner, maybe another snack after dinner. And now it's to the point to where, like, I could have breakfast and I don't even finish my breakfast. Like, if I have like oatmeal, I'm like munching on my oatmeal from like 8 to 4, from 8 to 12. So then when lunch comes, I'm still full because I've been eating my lunch all day. Um, and so if I have a lunch, it would, like I said, be a bag of chips or an apple or something. Um, or like if I have breakfast, I won't even think about food for a while, where normally I would feel like I would have to have a snack, or I'd have to have something to munch on or something like that. And I've noticed that has gone away. So for me, those things feel like promising signs. Um, and I've done this like 3 or 4 times, so I might be repeating myself. And lastly, the portion sizes. I can't eat a full meal like I used to. A couple days ago, I went to Zaxby's to get a salad, and I couldn't even, like, I had to split the salad in half, and I just ate one half that night, and I took the other half to work the next morning, for the next day for lunch. So even with that, so I know that if I can only eat half of a salad, if I you know make sure I incorporate healthy foods, I think that would really reduce my calorie intake. And so I'm excited. I need to increase my protein, but anywho, I think I'm saying too much now. So anywho, I will check back in either next Friday or next Sunday. I'm not sure which one, but I will let you guys know if it's been a week or a week and 2 days. And fingers crossed. And if you are on this journey with me, good luck. And I hope that you get the results that you want. I hope that you get the health that you want and the confidence and all of those good things. And I am excited. So you guys have a good day, and I will see you on the next video.